Guys, thanks for clicking. I really appreciate that. So today we are going to be putting on a rear top link for our 3-point hitch. Sorry for the shaky camera. My camera girl's busy. Anyway, we're going to add it to our John Deere 2038R, something like that. Yep. And we've already, I'll click the link in the end screen for the other video, but we already added our Summit hydraulics. So we have our rear hydraulics all set up. Hopefully they'll work. The front one seems to be working fine. And we're gonna put on the top link for the rear. So I purchased the top link from, I believe it's called agristore.com. So we're gonna see how the quality of it is and if it fits on there. And we did get the hoses with it. It was a kit. And yeah, we're gonna try that out and see how it goes. And let's see, let's take a look. So here's the setup we have. We have a manual top link in here. And you know, we're really hoping just for the option, because we do have a lot of things for the rear. So we have the tilt option, because right now we have it tilted. I think you can see. We have it set like that because the way the York rake and the tow hitch goes on there. So hoping the versatility of having a hydraulic one will be a lot better. This is the setup we have. Oh my gosh, I'm on the wrong side, sorry. Here's the link. Here's the hoses. So let's get at it and see how it fits. Okay, so far everything seems pretty good. Pin sizes seem to fit. I took the link, I tested to make sure that it fits between the sizing. I'm not 100% sure. There's 3 different options there. Our manual top link was all the way up here. I don't know if that's going to be beneficial to us or not. Maybe I'll go in the middle. We'll see how it goes. But we're going to take the pin. We're going to start here. Let's go in the middle. We'll get her set up. Out. Right there. Okay. And then we better put the locking pin in here. Get that there. They say to put it up on this side. So we're going to do that. We'll pop this in and then we will hook up the hoses. I think once it's mounted on here, just for I don't know, seems like it might just be easier. Anyway, let's get our pin. And let's see how this is gonna go. Not sure. I think I'm gonna have to lift this up. So we might have to put the camera down for a minute because I'm gonna need some help from my assistant on this one. Excuse me. Okay, so we're trying to figure out the best way to get these on here. We're not twisting the hoses too much because it's kind of awkward little situation sometimes with hydraulic hoses and how they fit. That just came off. It seems to go on there. This one seems to go here. Seems like that's gonna work. I think. Yeah, just kind of have to finagle and get it in the right spot. I'm gonna tighten that up and we'll see how it goes. Just kind of positioning to find the right angle with the hydraulic hose. There's so much range of motion between the pitch coming up and then going out. Shouldn't be any problem with this. But then when this is up, and then we're gonna make sure we have clearance here. I don't know if we have to take this bracket off. So really right now what we're doing is we're just playing around with the hoses to see what is the most kind of comfortable out of the way, because these are gonna stay. I don't think we'll be taking the link off very often. These will probably stay on here, and then the other 2 will be for whatever else we might have on here. I'm not 100% sure. So we've got these in, they fit perfectly. Nice and secure. They were the correct size. whatever size that is. And then these seem to be pretty good. So we're going to snug these up, and then we'll see how it goes. We have it secure on here. We have our fittings tightened, and one thing to check for too is when you take the caps out, there are these little rubber washers that come on the caps. One of them stuck to the cap, the other one stuck to the piston itself. So make sure when you put the hoses on that you take those rubber off, because there are copper gaskets that go in there, and that's how you want that to be. Like I said, everything's secure. It seems like our range of motion should be good. So now we're going to start it up, and we're going to see if it's going to work, if we have anything in the way, and then we're going to see if obviously if anything's leaking. So let's give it a go, and we'll be right back. We have everything installed. I mean, it really installed perfectly. Everything fit 100%. Seems like it's good. The hoses probably could have been a couple of inches longer, maybe just, you know, I'm sure I can still finagle this, but it seems like they're good. They're out of the way. They're not pulling. I chose to keep this on here. I just bent it up a little bit because this hose, which I probably should have put here, I don't know if it would have made a big difference or not, but the top of this hose was hitting here just a tiny bit. So I bent this up, and we're gonna recheck it. I think it's good. And the only other thing we had was, this is actually nothing to do with this, but it's part of our Summit hydraulic kit. We had to move this out of the way a little bit because the top link was hitting this a little bit, but we're gonna go and start it up and show you the range of motion. First, we'll try out our top link. Seems to be working perfectly. We are hitting a tiny bit right here. I don't know if you can hear me, sorry. It is touching the piston a tiny bit right here, so I don't think it's doing much other than the paint. Maybe we'll take a little grinder and just smooth that out a little bit. But other than that, it seems pretty good. And hoses seem to be, there's no stress. Out. And then we'll lift up our arms. Now this is where we were hitting before we made the adjustment. And that's it, that's maxed out. So it's perfectly clear. That is rubbing a little bit, but I think we could probably tighten that. And maybe we'll turn that hose, I'm not sure. I don't know how often I'm ever gonna have it up that high. That's pretty high. It looks good. Well, there it is. All the way up. We are going to take this off, because if you bring in that top link like this, look at it's pressing on that hose, so that definitely is going to have to go. And I see the thing catching on this arm here. Well, that's about it, but we are going to make one more adjustment then. So we ended up just bending it a little bit more forward, and as you can see, so we cleared that, but you do want to watch, because if you don't check that, you will bend this line, and you don't want to bend all that stuff. I don't know when or ever we would have this in this position, maybe getting on a trailer or something like that. I'm not sure, but either way, we're good. We got plenty of room. Let's see. Comes in and out, perfect. Got a nice range of motion. So that's it. Really only took us a real short amount of time to get this thing hooked up. It worked perfectly. Like I said, the hoses were perfect. They came in a kit with this. Again, that was from AgriStore USA, I think it's called. I'll put a link in the description. And I want to give a shout out to, there's a really great guy on YouTube. It's Tractor Time with Tim, TTWT. Tim, you do a great job. Your videos are really, really helpful, especially with all this kind of stuff. And I did get the, I think it was a 5% discount using the link TTWT, Tractor Time with Tim, off of the price from AgriStore USA. So thank you for that. Peace.